Sanditon got back with a thrilling episode loaded with statements of adoration and propositions to be engaged. As the show's last season is arriving at its end, certain plotlines complete their course, while others keep on deeply inspiring us. In this video, we'll go over this episode's significant storylines. How about we start, will we? Obviously, we need to begin with Charlotte and Colborne, who kept away from one another however much as could be expected conceivable after their enthusiastic kiss. At the point when we figured our hero would get back to her town to get hitched, she was in Sanditon once more. During a discussion with Georgiana, we discovered that she would rather not go on the grounds that she doesn't have any idea how to look Ralph in the face. As it would turn out, Ralph wound up on her entryway, getting to Sanditon to take his sweet life partner once again to their quiet little town that he cherishes to such an extent. Yet Charlotte needs to stay around, making one more reason to get away from a marriage she doesn't want. Her reason this time is Georgiana's party, where she attempts to keep away from Colborne to her most extreme capacities. However, that was unimaginable because of dance rules. She needed to hit the dance floor with Alexander, if not it wouldn't be appropriate. During their dance, Alexander figured out how to commend her, yet this wasn't about how delightful or great of a mouth she was. He applauded her relationship with Augusta and said her advice would be missed. We can't say much about this, since she offered Augusta regarding about depending on one's instinct, without realizing that Augusta was enamored with Edward. Out of all men, she ought to have known better since Augusta really paid attention to her and chose to take off with Edward. Indeed, essentially this opened up an opportunities for Colborne and Charlotte to be together more, as the finish of the episode saw Alexander requesting that her assist with tracking down Augusta. Also, regardless of Ralph's inconvenience, we realize damn well our young lady won't pass up on this opportunity. Generally speaking, this episode was quiet for the principal characters. The stars of the story this week were Arthur and ruler Harry Montrose. After Harry's admission last week, they expected to have a legitimate discussion. This occurred on the precipices, by and by the spot for the most heartfelt scenes of Sanditon. Arthur announced that he too shared Harry's adoration for grouse. It was really invigorating to hear Arthur discuss his sexuality. He never referenced it before on the grounds that he didn't have the right words, yet presently, with Harry's guide, he understands what he feels. The scene was so lovely, they even agreed to go to a cottage in Wales where they could be out of sight. But Lady Monrose shattered those dreams by persuading his son to abandon his relationship with Arthur, because that would ruin their reputation and send him to the gallows. So Harry decided to make things official with Georgiana and asked her to marry him. She accepted because she needed protection from those who claimed a part of her inheritance. But of course, Arthur was devastated. Don't worry, the story was not only about bad things happening to lovers. We also saw the spark between Samuel and Lady Susan growing. When Lady Susan said she had nothing to do in Sanditon, Samuel immediately took the matter into his hand. He arranged a carriage race for both of them because Lady Susan had told him earlier that she used to steal her father's carriage and ride it as fast as possible. They had an incredible time together, and although Samuel claims that this is just a friendship, we're sure it will become something much more than that. Lady Denham and Raleigh Price also found love. We're not surprised, as we anticipated this from the start of Mr. Price's first appearance in Sanditon. At first, Lady Denham hesitated to leave her title, but she succumbed to love and accepted Price's proposal. It's nice to see some characters getting a happy ending in the final season. We can't say the same thing for Beatrice and Dr. Fuchs because Mr. Hankins opposes this union. For some reason, he doesn't like the doctor due to their ideological differences, religion versus science. But we believe he will realize how much his sister loves the doctor and give his blessing. We don't want to mention Edward and Augusta because we all know where this is going. Augusta will get hurt. She'll realize that Edward only wants her for her money and nothing else. She'll return to Sanditon, and that's it. We just hope Colborne doesn't go so hard on her. That's it. About the 4th episode of Sanditon, Season 3. We believe the next episode will see an increase in tension. Until next Sunday, please share with us your thoughts on Episode 4.